Hey, this is Notser, and we are in the Tier 6 U.S. Battleship, New Mexico. It has 12 356mm guns, 18 secondary guns, 36 AA guns, a surface detect of 14.2 kilometers, top speed 21 knots, total health 53,200. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main battery, increase main battery range, reduce the chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift. For my commander, situation awareness, basic survivability, and faster turret traverse. We are on the map Strait, and yes, it's a New Mexico game again. I know, you just did this last week. Well, that wasn't mine, this is mine. I was able to purchase it with the basketball promotion that the North American realm is running. They were having the American ships also at a discount, so I picked it up. Now, we've seen enemy Königsberg, and we're going to try and fire at the waterline. He's showing a perfect broadside, and I don't want to miss this opportunity. Now we follow it in, and it looks like, oh, one citadel, oh, two citadels. We nearly killed him. If any other shell would have made contact, he would have been destroyed. Either way, it's good for a team. He's going to have to rotate to the back if he wants to survive, and he's not going to put pressure on our team. The friendly destroyers possibly could capture C. However, there appears to be an enemy destroyer trying to capture C. This enemy Murmansk showing a perfect broadside, and looky there, we just finished reloading. So I'm going to try and fire. I elevated the gun because I felt like he was going to turn back. Looks like a friendly is also firing on his position, and the combined damage is alright, I guess, but hindsight right here. Kidov. He's perfectly broadside. He's a Soviet cruiser. Very sluggish rudder shift. I possibly could have blown him up, and I just wasn't looking as well as I needed to. He's going to take a couple torpedoes from the friendly aircraft carrier, which is great. We're almost ready to go, and we're going to see if we can finish him off. I don't think, yeah, those torpedoes, they ended just a little bit too short, and we get terrible dispersion. We basically get him down to 3,500 hit points. Hopefully a friendly can finish him off. Now, notice the teams. There are 2 aircraft carriers per side. There are going to be dive bombers and torpedo bombers threatening. Oh, nice. There are going to be dive bombers and torpedo bombers threatening everyone on my team nearly every minute of the game. And hopefully our aircraft carrier can do something. Otherwise, it's going to be really annoying. I wouldn't say that New Mexico has good AA. It's pretty average, I think. It's okay. Now I'm going to engage my counterpart, and we do absolutely nothing because we have AP loaded, and he was angled rather well. However, this New Mexico is perfectly broadside. I would prefer, though, to fire on the Murmansk. Less armor, more annoying. Just look at the little tiny rounds that are coming in. If they catch me on fire, that's a lot of free damage, and see you later, Murmansk. We don't even have to worry about him anymore. The enemy New Mexico fires, and I think he actually had HE loaded. That's interesting. We're able to weather the storm. It's only one fire. I'm going to probably hold on to damage control. Now, I'm going to, of course, going to return fire. This heathen would dare fire on my New Mexico, and we do about 4K, which could be better. Now, I sort of have front and back, so I can't really decide to swap out my ammo without, losing damage. So I'm just going to try and use every gun cooldown as best as I can. More HE, I believe. And we don't really take that much damage. The enemy Königsberg is back. Well, oh, don't want to pull the Notser. I would prefer to not run into an island at this stage. But it would be nice to take out that Königsberg. Because, let's be honest, you shouldn't even be alive. Now, it looks like a friendly is able to land pretty good damage, but not enough to kill him. He still has 500. And it doesn't... There we go. The one random shell gets a citadel, 500 hit points. Didn't really need the citadel, but I'll take it. We get the kill. We finish off the target that we should have killed at the beginning of the match. There are a threat of dive bombers, I noticed on the minimap, and I'm going to set it as primary. Also, I don't want to take a dive bomber. I'm showing a perfect angle for a manual drop. Now, granted, it's a low-tier game. The aircraft carrier are probably just learning how to play. you shouldn't really expect them to drop it perfectly, and that's how you should treat the game. The low B contest is just getting used to all these ships, the ideas of the game. I'm going to try and engage the New Mexico as he's moving to the center. By the way, nobody has captured any bases, and we're just barely alive. We're one ship death from the end of this game. That's how bad it is right now. We don't even have enough points to compensate for that. We got to get more kills. And the first of many kills that would really assist us is this battleship. It appears the enemy aircraft carrier is attacking my friendly, and I really can't do anything about it. I'm just hoping that he'll be able to survive and contribute to the game. Now, this New Mexico is stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's got a island right behind him, and I'm in front of him. He can't really get good angling to avoid all this damage. It was unfortunate we didn't get a citadel. However, we did pretty good damage. Maybe one more salvo and he's gonna die. And I am just waiting. Come on, reload. I had forgotten how long it takes to reload the New Mexico. And he's gonna try and engage us. I'm trying to angle against him. It looks like he has HE still loaded. Okay, that's an awkward ammo type to use, but we'll end his misery right now. Oh yeah, there we go. We almost looked like that salvo was not going to be enough. We've given ourselves a little bit more. The enemy destroyer has captured C. Someone on the enemy team has captured A. And that destroyer is being a real pest. It's just like a mosquito picking on a great big battleship. It is a Gremyashi though, and she's got Soviet destroyer accuracy. Does more damage per shot because the nerf didn't apply to a premium ship, and her torpedoes are equivalent to US or Japanese in range and effectiveness. Wow, the Alba survives. We do get a citadel though, and it should be easy for the Allied to finish him off. Yeah, good. Okay, Alba's dead. We prevent the capture and we take him out. We give our team more leeway. And the Gremyashi is hiding in the smoke. He's getting scouting information from the New Mexico, which is the only target I can see. We are risking our ship, but he's choosing to fire on someone else, so it's a good time to re-angle. And he's showing a lot of his side, and I'm just trying to place the shells as accurately as I possibly can. There's a citadel, nice, okay, that was good damage. Good damage. The Gremyashi misses with his torpedoes. He still has one more set. I assume he still has one more set. The New Mexico barely alive, and I really would prefer that he die. Yeah, there they are. Okay, well, now he can't hurt us from torpedoes at least. And it looks like the New Mexico will actually survive until I'm fully rearmed. And I'll take it. Again, we're within one kill of losing, but it looks like the team is barely hanging on. There's the enemy New Mexico dead. I would love to capture C. It looks like a friendly battleship is actually moving into range to assist, and that would be great. I don't know his health, but I have sustained a lot in order to give our team a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah, there's a chance. Something like 1%, but there's a chance. We need to get this kill. We need to get this capture. We really need to kill that aircraft carrier, but he's behind an island. I don't really have a good angle. Now we have HE loaded. I did spend the extra time to swap to HE. I felt like it was going to be better against the destroyer. He's clearly a player that's familiar with the mechanics of the game, so we just need to be careful. We need to realize that whenever he gets a broadside, he might send torpedoes. And we do okay damage. Considering the dispersion, considering the maneuverability, there's probably not a lot more I could get. And I think I'm going to take some damage, so I'm trying to maneuver. We only take one fire. Now, I could put this out, but I just can't afford to put out a single fire. There's an aircraft carrier right next to me, and maybe the Gremyashi fires. He gets another fire. I can't really deal with that, so I'm going to hold on to it. I believe the threat is very real that we will be lit up again. It is a issue. We just can't afford this damage. It's just too late in the game. We've got to make up too much ground. But what else can we do? We risk taking a flood. We risk taking more dive bombers. Because notice, the enemy team still has 2 aircraft carriers. And they've done pretty good job for their team. Now, I took a look. I saw, okay, well, that New Mexico is pretty healthy. I don't really like seeing that because that means he wasn't really close enough to take any attention away from anyone on my team. However, he's alive, which is more than I can say for a lot of my teammates who ran in to die. That doesn't work either. But here's something very scary. We have an enemy Imperator Nikolai Pierwi incoming, and that's not what I want to see. This is the strongest ship in the game, highest win rate. It's a tier 4 going up against a tier 6, and it's still really good. They're never going to sell it ever again. At least that's what they've said. So you need to give it a lot of respect. This is the strongest ship in the game. And it's a tier 4. Now, it's strong because it's a tier 4, but it has very little superstructure. The front guns rotate very easily, so he can be bow on, limit the amount of damage he could possibly take. And granted, HE is the ammo type of choice against a bow on target. However, it's not going to give me a lot of damage. We do have one fire on the target. And for whatever reason, the dive bomber bypasses me. I think he's going for the aircraft carrier. He must be close to dying. That's really bad. Really bad. It looks like an enemy fighter is camping, so he's had very little success. It's just bad. We are so far behind. And thankfully, the Nikolai is refusing to fire on my position. I don't understand it, but I'll take it. We earn high caliber, we get another fire, that's 2 fires, and he's opening up. So I'm going to switch to AP with the expectation that maybe he's more interested in showing side now. It could be good, it could be bad. It looks like his gun turrets were looking at us, but clearly they're not. Clearly they're engaging the friendly New Mexico, who is now basically the same health as I am. And he didn't need to be. Could have easily gotten very close with his bow showing towards the enemy. Maybe he could do a little bit of HE damage. I don't know. He's just showing a perfect broadside. And never mind. The Gremyashi is here. We will be killing it, or at least attempting to. And the AP predictably does absolutely terrible damage. If only we had HE loaded for that salvo. He probably would have died there. And we would have been better off. Now, the Nikolai fires on us, but we've got pretty good angling considering. He is opening up to us, and it looks like the other enemy aircraft carrier is not interested in going after our aircraft carrier. Oh, he did a ton of damage. It's just really hard to deal with this. Yeah, we died off. Yeah, it was... I, of course, can play it better. I can have HE loaded, take out the Gremyashi, and we would have a better opportunity. Oh, no. The friendly ran aground. He pulled a Notser. Worst possible situation. He's going to have torpedoes incoming. Thankfully, he's got a good angling, so he can take on the Nikolai somewhat. He should be able to kill him. I'm curious when he will actually be rearmed. He's going to take 2 torpedoes. Okay, he's rearmed. He fires right at the bow, and he's able to kill him. Okay. Did he use any damage control on something else? No. He uses it on the flood that was caused by the enemy Gremyashi. Now, he's backing up. Understandable. He's trying to get away from the island, but he is away from the island, and he needs to try and take out the destroyer. I see his guns are rotating, and he's given an opportunity, and he misses. 5.6 kilometer range. Really can't expect much better. He misses again. Okay. Thankfully, the torpedoes are going to miss. The Gremyashi probably felt like he's going to start moving forward. There's no way he's going to rotate this far back. Well, yes, he's actually going to do that. And it worked out in his favor. It would have been nice if he killed him. You don't get many opportunities to fire at a target who is 5.5 kilometers away, and he's probably never going to catch him. This game is probably going to be decided on these 2 dive bombers incoming. And it should be. It should be. But what could I have done better? Well, I could have paid better attention to targets that were easier to score hits on, like the Kirov. He was clearly closer. He clearly had better angling for my particular firing arc. And I should have done that. I felt like I was upfront enough to absorb a lot of damage from my team. That's really what a battleship needs to do, but a battleship needs the team to join them, and this is bad. 3 fires, he used damage control on the flood. He's just gonna burn down. Look how fast he's gonna burn down too. It's doing like almost 900 every second. It's actually doing more. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. And there he goes. He's burning down, going to the bottom of the sea. All we got left is an aircraft carrier who probably doesn't have any fighters or bombers left. So the game, it felt like, again, we had players who were playing the objective incorrectly. For a long time, neither side captured A, C, or B. Really need to get some objective control so you can force the enemy to play by your rules. Come into you, show your side. I didn't feel like I fired on targets too often that were having poor angle. Oh no. Is he really right there? How did he get in that position? Well, we know what's going to happen right here. This destroyer is going... You know, it looks like he went through an island, doesn't it? How could you get in that position? It's weird. Well, we know one thing. This aircraft carrier is going to die to torpedoes. Good job, enemy team. And that Gremiashi is annoying. We could have killed him with HE loaded in that one little section. We earned devastating strike. High caliber. Confederate. 4 kills. 1,575 base XP. In a loss. We did around 125,000 points of damage in 12 minutes. So... I'm happy about our performance. I just felt like we should have won that game. I should have been able to overcome. We've got another game, though. It's the Tier 10 U.S. cruiser Des Moines. She has 9 203mm guns, 12 secondary guns, 48 AA guns, a surface detect of 10.6 kilometers, top speed 33 knots, total 50,600. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main battery, increase main battery accuracy, range, reduce the chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift, concealment. For my commander, situation awareness, basic firing training, faster turret traverse, superintendent, advanced firing training, and concealment again. We are on the map north, and I've got radar. An enemy is trying to capture B, and there you are, Shimakaze. He pops the smoke because he's detected, but it doesn't work. Radar sees through smoke. Now, unfortunately, we're moving a little bit too fast, and the island is sort of getting in the way. Didn't really lead the target as well as I needed to. I didn't expect it to move forward. The friendlies are able to do a little bit of damage and basically force them off a B. And that's really good for the team. We will have more time to react. The enemy Zhao is trying to engage us. We're going to engage him. It looks like multiple enemies are trying to engage us, and they don't do a lot of damage. Thankfully, we have good angling, and we're pretty close to the island, so they don't really get a good indicator to lead the target. And I don't want to run into the island. It would be a big deal. I have great detectability on the ship, but it wouldn't be the best play, right? You don't want to run into the trunk. I mean, I'm right next to the giant ears, and we don't want to do that. We don't want the elephant to feel any of the pain and suffering from our ship. So I'm going to run the coast. I felt like I could transition to sea. That's where we lost a friendly destroyer because he overextended. I know that's completely shocking that a destroyer would overextend in the first 5 minutes of the match and give himself up. Yeah, it happens all the time. I don't know why. Now, we have an opportunity to possibly engage. Oh, looky there. There is an enemy trying to capture C. Now, who could it be? I mean, really, who could it be? It might be a cruiser. It could possibly be a destroyer. Probably going to be a destroyer. And I was just double checking. The hydroacoustic was recently buffed for American cruisers. Pretty much everything. So we've got about 5 kilometers, give or take, with hydroacoustic. And what? Oh, you silly Shimakaze. He's 4.4 kilometers away. He can't hide from us. Hydro will make him visible for the entire duration, and he's like, oh, are you kidding me? He popped a smoke. He tried to send out torpedoes. Hydro works on that too. and he's just dead in the water. He actually uses his damage control to fix his propulsion, and it's broken again. One more good salvo should end his life. There we go. We take out a Shimakaze. I don't think that was the Shimakaze that was at B. Now there's another Shimakaze, which is scouted out by our Shimakaze. And he might be in range, but he's popping smoke, he's hiding. It's not ideal for me. I could theoretically engage him, but the better target, or the easier target, would be this Tirpitz. He's showing a perfect broadside, and I have HE loaded. The Des Moines burns down ships, just burns them down. The rate of fire is extremely high, and the Shimakaze tried to send torpedoes against us. That's not going to work. Ooh, we set him on fire. That's nice. Because Hydro is just so great. I feel so guilty by not being all in on the skill. I just can't imagine how many times I was playing the game, being hyper aggressive, and didn't have it to protect myself from the threat of torpedoes. But now we do, and it's glorious. We tried AP for a little bit. He angled against it. We switch back to HE, and hopefully we can get a... Yeah, there we go. That fire will stick. He used damage control on the first fire that we had on his ship. And can we get another one? I want to just work on burning him down. Every second that I remain in this corridor is a second that I might be taking damage from the north side of the map. You can see a lot of enemy ships are moving into the area. Thankfully for me, there is a friendly cruiser that's way too close to the enemy, and they should try to kill him. So, in a sense, he's tanking damage for my ship. And I won't let your sacrifice be in vain, my friend. I will do as much damage as I can against the enemy Tirpitz. And he's been burning for probably 30 seconds. Still only one fire. And okay, it goes out probably on its own. And we get another fire. Does it stick? No, he put it out. He used damage control to put it out. So he was immune to those fires. Another Shimakaze. No, this is the same one. I, of course, am going to focus on him. He's 10 kilometers away. If I can get a little bit of damage to him, maybe I can kill him. And that really is the dream of every cruiser. Find a destroyer and take him out. We catch him just barely at the tip of his ship. We cause a fire, probably force out damage control. He is going to be sailing right in front of some torpedoes from the friendly. The friendly is probably scouted by the Shimakaze, and the Tirpitz was probably engaging him a little bit. But he isn't anymore, and the Tirpitz is actually going to take torpedoes and die. Is he going to? Yeah, he's going to die. Nice. Good attack, Shimakaze. That might be a bonus. Maybe he was going for both of them. I don't know. Either way, it worked out in our favor. And we've got full control over A, no control over B, but it doesn't look like anyone on the enemy team has control over B. Someone has yet to try and capture C, other than the destroyers that have been killed. And there's no way we're going there. There's the entire enemy fleet. For all we know, the remaining 9 ships are over there. But looky who we've got at D. A Yamato. That sucker also doesn't appreciate fires, and he's running with Survival Expert. I want to have the most health possible. Who cares about secondary gun range? Who cares about AA? Who cares about demolition? That 4,000 hit points is all me. And that's alright, but that's a shell from a tier 10. It's such a small amount of health for such a large ship. It's really easy to deal with that. Right there, we were able to do 4,000 worth of damage, and we cause a fire. Most likely, ooh, another fire. Is he going to put out the fire? The Des Moines is pretty agile, so it's not really going to be difficult to avoid the incoming rounds as long as we give it respect, and he did put out the fire. Now, he should be immune, but at some point, one of these salvos, it should stick, and we should continue the process of burning him down. And here come some more shells, and they are definitely coming our way, and we need to make sure we turn the butt. Oh, that wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. It kind of looks like he's backing up, doesn't it? He might be just stationary. But we're always going to catch up to him. There's no way he can move fast. There we go. 2 fires. That's great. That's going to be 500 hit points every second, on top of all the damage we're doing. The Des Moines is really scary for a battleship that just can't answer it. And my firing arc allows me to get pretty close to the island. It's a good strategy whenever you're in a Des Moines to use the islands to your advantage. And the Shimakaze, okay. Those torpedoes look to be coming from the northeast. Ah, there he is. I'm using my radar, and he's within 8.4 kilometers. We can kill him. Come on. I try to lead the target. It looks good. We catch a little bit. We destroy a turret. He pops a smoke. The island's going to get in the way. Oh, is it enough? 34. We're just a little bit too close to the island. 13 seconds, 12 seconds, 10 seconds. We're going to get probably one more salvo before he drops off our radar. Come on, come on. Oh, he's one more shot. Come on, get him, get him. Oh, so close. And he's gone. There's no way we'll see him for 4 more minutes. 34 hit points. That's okay. We could go after the Yamato. He has only 36,000 hit points, give or take-ish. The enemy team can also engage me on the western side of this island, but the island is actually large enough that it's blocking most of their sight. They would have to make a pretty hard shot, and I didn't really know about this particular position. This is pretty cool. I can do damage to both, and because I'm a Des Moines, my arc will get over the island, and I don't really want to go all by myself towards the Yamato. I would prefer to take out any ship that might be showing a ton of their side and, oh, I don't know, 11.8 kilometers, give or take. This Montana is distracted, of course, and we're going to take advantage of that distraction. We set another fire to go along with the friendly, who also had 1 fire on the target. And we're just going to do as much damage as we can. He's definitely going to burn down. If he hasn't put him out now, then he has no solution. And I don't know where the enemy team is. There are 2 destroyers. One is 34 hit points. The Montana's dead. We know where the enemy battleship is. There are 3 cruisers that are still alive. Okay. 2 of the 3 are just north of C. And we're going to try getting it over the island. Okay, we got it over the island. Is it going to drop on the enemy? No, it doesn't. Okay, well, we see all the ships. Where is the single destroyer? We have the 34 hit point destroyer that's somewhere around D, but there's another one. I don't know where he is. We're just going to capture C, I guess. Now, the game's basically over. The enemy team has given up too much ground. We don't need to go in, but I want to go in. I want to try and get another kill. I want to try and maybe help take out the enemy Yamato. That would really be exciting. And that's the primary reason for my play, is to enjoy myself. I don't do this for stats. I don't care at all. I absolutely don't care. I'm curious what I would do if I did care. Would I only do gearing games? I enjoy the gearing, of course, you're probably aware, and I usually get really, really good games in the gearing. Well, it fits my playstyle. Now, we've got radar with the US cruisers and the Soviet cruisers, but it doesn't feel like it's completely changed the game. You just can't sit within the 5 to 10 kilometer range. How am I detected? Is there really a destroyer right there? It doesn't look like. I still have 50 seconds left on my radar. Okay. But yeah, the radar is great. It's great. But I'm seeing less players die outright to it. They understand that it is a possibility, and they're playing accordingly. And that's exactly how it should work. It should force you to move your pawn against the knight, or have your bishop take the enemy rook. It shouldn't be a kill shot. That's not what it's designed to do. It's designed to force the player to react, and I'm definitely going to have to react to these torpedoes. Oh, please, torpedo. Hit an island. Nope. Okay, we take it right on the nose. Oh, there he is. Oh, man. Come on, turrets. Rotate, rotate. Are you kidding me? Look at how many shells made contact. He's still alive. Look at this. Look at all that damage he's absorbing. He only has 34 hit points. And we do just a random shot, hoping to get him. And we got him. Nice. Oh, boy. We've got a big boy coming. Okay, well, I've got AP loaded. I'm going to take a torpedo, but I should survive. Ouch. Okay, come on. Waterline shot with AP. Where's the damage? Okay, another waterline shot with AP. Where's the damage? That was really bad, but he couldn't rotate his guns fast enough. Clearly he was running with rate of fire, and his turret traverse was just awful. We got 2 kills, base defense, 3,137 base XP, which is great. We did around 135,000 points of damage in the Des Moines. I'm very happy about that. And it's a 15-minute game, so I hope you enjoyed both of these games. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.